It's just a very scary thing to go through. It's a terrifying thing to go through. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be having a real kind of talk. I recently went through something and I just want to talk to you guys about it and my experiences and things that I have been through personally, and it could possibly help people. Not sure, but we'll see. So anyway, so this video is going to be basically about what women go through on a daily basis. Recently with my friend, I was in like a photo shoot about just like women with their portraits being taken, so their picture being taken, and then we had to bring a quote about like an unintentional sexist comment that has, you know, happened towards us. So my picture was just me. I was wearing this exact like same outfit, and then my little quote said like, you should wear makeup when you go out. And then it was like, why? And then, it's your girl, you should always look presentable. My cat just opened my door. So that was like my quote. And I basically just want to talk about things that I've been through, like being harassed and being like stalked and that kind of thing. And like I said, maybe this could help you, you know, speak out about what's happening to women and men and anyone out there, and like what we can do as, you know, bystanders and as women and men to stop it. So let's get into this video. So let me talk about a little bit more about this women's project. So there's like a movement going on with women. It's like #women's project, and it's basically just about women coming together and speaking out about what they've been through, whether it's been harassment or sexually or verbally harassment, whether it's been abuse, rape, if anything like that, just stuff that we have been through, we have been subjected against, and just, you know, just experiences. So I just want to talk about my experiences. I'm not really going to go into detail, so don't worry, this is not going to be like a triggering video. I just want to like say the things that I have been through, but it's not like graphic, if that makes sense. So let's see, all my life, as you guys can tell, if you don't know, I'm only 19. I may look like I'm way older than that. And growing up as a tall, you know, girl, people thought that I was a lot older than I was. So let's see. My first experience of being like targeted, I guess, not really targeted, but in my opinion being harassed, because I didn't like it. And of course it was like scary or whatever. I was 13, I believe, and I was in the mall with my family. Our mall's called Fashion Fair, but I was in the mall with my mom and my sister, and my stepdad and my stepbrother were out shopping. And so we were with my mom. It was like my sister, my mom, and me, and we were shopping and we were walking down the hall, and then all of a sudden like this big group of guys like surrounded me, and like I freaked out. Well, because like a huge group of guys just like pushed my sister and my mom out of the way, and they were surrounding me, and they're like, hey boys, look what we have here. They're talking about me, and I was just like super scared. I just kept looking forward. I'm like, I don't even want to acknowledge them. I was just terrified about what the heck was happening. So I just kind of walked away, but you know, just like that, like I was pretty young then, and they probably didn't know that I was that young, but it was like terrifying for me because, you know, if my parents weren't there, what would have happened, you know? So that was my first experience that I went through. Let's see, my second like big scary situation that happened was when I was 15, I believe, or no, when I was 14 or 15, one of those. So a couple years ago, my mom and I were at Food Max, and we were shopping, you know, normal shopping day, and like this guy, really creepy, like 40s or something. I could still remember exactly what he was wearing. He was wearing like a baseball jersey. He had a blue hat on and white shorts. And we were in the grocery store, and I like noticed that he was everywhere we were, but like I wasn't really putting two and two together until we left, because when we were in the food store, like, he was literally everywhere we were. He was hiding behind, like, containers, like, looking back, I can see him, like, hiding behind stuff, and it really freaked me out. And then we didn't see him in there, so it was the time my mom, like, hey, this guy's been following us everywhere, like, we need to go because it's getting scary. So we, like, left, and we're like, okay, he's not around anywhere, so we're good. And then all of a sudden the car pulls up, and it's him in the car, and he has the son in the car too. And he's like, what's up, ladies? How are you doing? And we're just like, you know, trying to get to our car so we can get out. And then I was watching him like a hawk, because I'm like, you know, I need to watch this guy. And he started to circle the parking lot. I mean, circle it for like 10 to 20 minutes, because we had a lot of groceries. So he was circling the parking lot, waiting until we were leaving. And then he, like, left before we left. So we're like, okay, good, he's gone. Then we went down the street. And, like, on our main streets, we have, like, side streets where the neighborhoods are. And he went into that area, so we thought he was going home, but he was not. He was going to the exit to the main street where we were coming down. And we were coming down, we could see him sitting there waving at us. Like, he was doing, like, a creepy wave. Like, it was, like, slow motion, like you would see on Criminal Minds or something. It was so scary. But he was, like, waving us down and just totally freaking us out. So I called my dad, my mom called her fiance, and we're just like, we're being followed by someone, like, you guys need to, like, tell us what to do. So we had to, like, go in neighborhoods and drive around trying to, like, get away. So he, you know, ended up leaving. But I was so terrified after the fact, because I didn't want to get out of the car at the house, because I didn't know if he found us, and I didn't want him to know where we lived just in case something happened. So that was my other experience of being stalked. Then, like, going to regular places like Vegas when I was like 14 or something like that. They thought I was 21 for some reason. They were trying to, you know, guys were trying to push me into the bar, or they're sitting there literally in front of me talking sexually about me. And I'm like, I'm 14 years old and you guys are like 40s, 50s. And it doesn't even matter if I was an adult or not. It's still wrong. It was so gross. Like, I could hear you talking about that kind of stuff. And, you know, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel embarrassed, and that I shouldn't be out in public, because I felt like that's how all people looked at me, was that way, that disgusting way that I did not want to be looked at, especially knowing that I was a child then. So, like, those things happened all the time. They still happen today. Even though I'm 19, I still get catcalled at. I still get harassed, and it's just, it sucks. It honestly just sucks. Like I said, it's not just women that go through this, men go through this too. It's just, you know, I wish people would keep their comments to themselves, in a way that, you know, if you're thinking that, don't say it in front of them, or don't say it behind their back, just don't think it in general. But I just want to say, us as people, as bystanders walking by, if you see that, say something, step in, don't let someone do that. Like, if I saw a little girl being surrounded by guys, I would go up to them and say, you guys need to get out of here. Like, I will call the cops if you don't leave. And, you know, being raised by my family and my parents, I'm, like, super motherly, so I really protect everyone that I care about. So, you know, in college, I've been to a party or two, so when I go out, I make sure that, you know, I'm watching out for people, because I don't want anything bad to happen to them. I want to make sure that they're safe, and, you know, that someone has their back. Even though I'm not babysitting them, I still have an eye out for them to make sure they're doing fine, you know, if they need anything. I'm that kind of person, and I feel like more people should be like that, because that would prevent a lot of things from happening that happen today. And I think that we just need to come together as society and stop things that happen, and stop those comments from happening and those actions from happening, because that will save so many people's lives. I'm, like, getting, like, teary-eyed and all, like, crazy about it, because it's saddening to see that this is happening on a daily basis. And I'm just one girl, and I can't even imagine what has happened to other girls and other men that no one has said anything about, you know? So I just want to talk about it and try to bring up the subject, and that what my friend and I are trying to do, is trying to bring up a movement, not just, well, hers is mostly for the women's project, but mine is just for everyone, bringing up the conversation and not being scared to bring it up and talk about this kind of stuff. So be out there and, you know, join the conversation, and don't be afraid to stand up for someone you don't even know. Well, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and took something and learned something from it. If you have been through the same things that I have been through, you can like direct message me if you need to talk to someone about it. I'm a very good listener, but I just wanted to like talk to you guys about it because it's something that like I think is very important to women and men and anyone, and I think it's something we need to try to stop as a society and try to move past and not look at each other like that. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a weight loss journey.